December 2023, I signed up for my first Ironman 70.3. This was also going to be the first Ironman in the Tri-Cities area in Richland, Washington. I signed up for this Ironman because it was going to be my biggest challenge, my biggest goal of 2024. We signed up for this race with the intention of coming out of it as an Ironman. Things turned out a little bit different. We didn't get the results that we wanted. It actually turned out to be a lot better. And that race turned out to be more than just a race. What is up? We in Richland, baby. Ironman time. Let's do it.
First timers, raise your hand again. First timers. You guys are required to wear that this thing for 1 year.
Good to go on the line. Yeah, that's you. Good luck. I can help the next person right here, please. Okay, so there you are at. Swag that way. Okay. That way for swag.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Oh, it's okay. I don't need a number. I'm good. I don't need one.
So all three of you guys should have got your numbers together.
Have a great race.
He's probably ready for it.
Hi there. How are you?
Nervous.
Nervous?
How you doing, gentlemen?
You'll do great. Have a great race.
Huh? First one.
First one? Once you get in the water.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Here's your clothing bag.
Throughout training, swimming was obviously the biggest challenge and the biggest hurdle that me and Pal both had to deal with. We went from not knowing how to formally swim to having to learn how to breathe, having to learn how to swim for distance and efficiency and tread water as well. And we went out to see the water on the first day and kind of get a scope of the land, or the water, I guess. And 1.2 miles seemed really far in the water. That was something that definitely made us nervous, something that we definitely worried about, but we knew it was coming, and we knew that that was going to be the challenge for us. That was going to be, once we get in that water, once we finish this swim, we're going to be Ironman, because we know that we can struggle through the bike, we can struggle through the runs, or we can push ourselves through those things, and we can handle that part of those parts of the race with that kind of pain. But the swim was what was giving us the most, I guess, nervousness, and also the most uncomfortable part of the race for us. So we're here at Howard Amen Park, and this is the start point for the swim, for the 1.2 mile swim. Right now we're trying to figure out, because of what I saw online and through briefings and what the map looks like, I'm trying to figure out how the route really is. It is a straightaway, but we're trying to figure out if we have to go outside the buoys or stay within the buoys. So that's something we're trying to figure out right now. There's those little details that we need to know before we actually go out, especially us for the swim. So yeah, we got out here to Richland. We went through the athlete check-in, got to see Ironman Village. Yeah, it was pretty cool. There's a lot of people out there already. It's only Friday, so it's the first day of the whole event starting up. And then we still have to go to our briefings, the athlete briefings, and then we'll go to a couple other briefings just to get some extra knowledge. And then tomorrow we have our bike check-in, and yeah, got pals out here. He's out here with me, and Mark and the family. All the family's in the car right now, but we're just out here checking out the swim. Basically, there's a bunch of people already out here swimming, so we got to see that. It looks long from over here. It's far, dude. It's far. So. Hey, what's up, guys? It's day 2. So the day before race day. So we came out. It's around 10:50 right now. We're gonna go for a little swim. Plan is to, fill the water, kind of scope out our plan of how we want to get through this race, because it is our first one and it's a little different with how we want to go about it. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna check out the water, fill the water. After that, we're gonna get out, shoot back to the Airbnb, grab our bikes, and then we'll go for a ride first, short little ride. We can go for a short little run, and then after that we'll go to a couple briefings, and then we'll be good for the day. Rest of the day we're just chilling and resting and getting the minds right for what's about to happen tomorrow. So it's been dope. There's just so many damn people, and Richland is a beautiful area too. This lake is beautiful. I mean, this river is beautiful. So it's been pretty cool, and just being able to see everything that's out here. It's already been a really good experience. Other than the fact that we're just scared as hell right now. So let's go.
Oh, any last words?
No, not really. I'm just trying to make it through, man.
Yes, sir.
There's no expectation, but just trying to finish it, man.
So you got the swim done? Just gonna leave it all on?
Yeah, so we tried something, but we don't know if that's what we're actually gonna do now. So, and we still haven't gone to the athlete briefing to know what the rules are for the swim. So we got to go to that briefing, find out that information, and then come up with a plan. Maybe tonight that we're gonna be thinking about, and not be able to go to sleep because we don't know what the hell we're gonna do. But we'll come up with something and figure it out in the morning. But yeah, swim done, bike and run later today.
Now, if you're on the pointy end of the swim, in other words, you're going to be one of the first people in the water, and a reminder to you first-timers, you are
The night before was rough, like, to say the least. It was rough. We went out for a swim, went out for a short run, and then we went out to a brief. After the brief, the whole plan was to go back home, eat, carb up, prep the rest of our equipment and everything that we needed for race day, and just get off our feet and rest. But it just wasn't that easy. Like, I know for me at least, I was nervous. It was running through my mind a lot. It just, it was really hard to just get that swim out of my mind.
So just have a wonderful time, enjoy. We're all cheering you on.
3, 2, 1.
So the whole issue with why I was so bothered with the swim was, it's not that I can't swim. I can swim. I learned how to swim through all that time I spent in the pool, the open water swims that we had. And I figured it out through all the effort that I put into it, all the time that I put into it. I know how to swim. The problem is I can't tread water for nothing. And it even popped up while we were in the race. That's the issue I was talking about when I say not to have that adversity when you show up to a race, if you haven't tried to handle it beforehand. So eventually I get pulled out of the water. There's some other stuff that happened, like as we were on that at the paddleboard, holding on with me and Pao and the lady on the paddleboard, but we'll talk about that later. But I eventually get pulled out of the water. I get put on a boat and I get brought back to a dock. I sit there for a while. Of course I'm disappointed. I didn't accomplish the mission. I didn't accomplish the goal today, and I basically just felt like a loser. Like I felt like I didn't do what I said I was, set out to do. And then I thought, eventually when I went back, it was even before that, I'm thinking about Pao and how he's doing, because when I got pulled out of the water and I looked back, me and Pao were the last swimmers. Like there was nobody behind us. Everybody eventually passed us because we were, kind of figuring stuff out at that paddleboard. So now my worry is about, I'm worried about Pao and how he's doing and how he's going to get through this. And that I'm not with him. Like our whole plan, we were going to do this whole thing together. And I couldn't be prouder that this dude stayed in there knowing he felt a lot of the same way I felt that whole time. But I get out of the water. I finally, get a ride back to the start line. And I see Mark. I asked Mark if Pao finished the swim. He said, yeah. So immediately my focus goes from being down and disappointed in myself to let's go cheer my brother on. Let's go get my brother this W. And we're in it. Because it didn't feel like, it's not like, of course I felt like I let him down, but it didn't feel like I lost, Once I knew he was out of the water, I knew he was going to become an Ironman. But the way he went about it that day, totally different than just finishing a race. All my energy, everything I had in me, whenever he was close, and all I kept thinking about was him the rest of that day. So my perspective completely changed and went from I was a loser to today we're winning.
Let's go, pal. Our part's over, bro.
Let's go, brother. Come on, brother. Come on. Big deep. Come on.
Let's go, buddy.
And Philip Manalo. Whoa! Great job, Jonathan. Great job, Philip.
So this whole experience was bigger than, you know, I've done all these things. Like I've ran these marathons, I've done, you know, I've challenged myself to all these different things, but none of it was like, none of those things made me feel the way I felt that day when I got to see Powell run that Ironman. It was meant to happen the way that it happened. Everything that happened before the race, the days leading into it, everything that happened, all of it happened for a reason, and it turned out this way for a reason. It was his day, and his day to win for all of us. He basically carried the torch for all of us. He carried us on his back that day. That's all I felt. That's all I could see watching him finish this race. And the whole point of us starting these journeys and showing all these videos and doing all these races was to get other people to win and inspire other people to come out and do these hard things and do these things that challenge themselves and win for themselves. And that's what I felt Pau did that day. He did that to inspire everybody back home, everybody in the islands, everybody that follows Nesian Built. Pau is Nesian Built, you know? He is part of us. He is us. You know what I'm saying? So for him to put that on his back and make sure that he got through all of that and everything that he had to deal with on that race or during that race, he went through 6 hours, almost 7 hours of just pain, of just pushing himself and everything just in the mind that he have to go through leading into this stuff. And he just physically pushed himself, mentally pushed himself to finish this race. He got to wear that medal across his neck, man, around his chest. He got to show that, and he got to carry us on his back that day. That's why we do this. So our family, our people, our community can win. And he won that day for all of us.
Welcome back.
Yes, I'm back. Tri-Cities Ironman done. I don't know. If you just put time and effort and dedication into something you want, you should be able to get it done. And today, I'm lucky enough to get this done for myself, my family, and our people. Let's go.
Say, when you go out to do these hard things, it's not always going to turn out the way you want it to turn out. You're not always going to get the results that you want. You're not always going to win. You're going to get losses along the way. It's supposed to be that way. This loss personally taught me a lot about myself. But we plan to overcome. And you should always plan to overcome. You should always challenge yourself, the things that you're scared of. Because you can beat it. It's all in your mind. It's all in the effort you're willing to put into whatever it is that you want to do. I might have lost at that race that day, personally. But as a family, as a team, we won that day. I can promise you, we're going to come back. And we're going to do some things that we haven't done yet. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep rolling. And you should keep rolling, even with the losses, even with the obstacles, even with adversity. Keep going. It's supposed to be that way.
Cheers to our win for the weekend. So let's keep fucking going.
Got an Ironman in the family.